Hey guys, this is Dennis, the founder of Think Hero.
And I'm David Griffin, your resident comic book and video game guru.
And this is our review of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode 20.
Nothing personal. Colby Smolder's showing up.
Yes, I actually like her. I heard that she wanted to be more involved with the show. You know, we know her, she's Maria Hill, she was in Avengers. The first time we saw her was in Avengers.
Right.
She pops up in Captain America 2, and now, you know, and she was in the premiere episode, but we haven't seen her since then, since the premiere episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now she's back. I like her. I liked her in How I Met Your Mother. I think she's a good addition. And, you know, this show, it's not a great show, but it's slowly improving. And so it's one of those shows where I don't run out and tell people, like, oh, you got to see Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I feel like it's less of a chore now for me to watch it.
Right.
And I'm semi-interested in what's going on. And so in that regard, I like that May came back.
That was a nice
and
meet
met
up in
with
the
her.
beginning. Yeah, I like that. I like that scene. I like that we're getting like the whole, you know, Marvel Universe is being included. We get more than even maybe last week's episode, I felt. I liked it. I like that, you know, she went see spoilers. If you haven't seen the Captain America movie, I guess, but you should have had by now.
Yeah.
At the end, we know that she starts working for Tony Stark.
Yeah.
And Stark Industries. So it's great to see her mention that and be like, look, that's the only place I could get a job and all that. And I like that, you know, she also told Coulson, like, Coulson, you could go work for Stark anytime. It's like, that's not my style. And I really like May, like when she went in there and like knocked out all the people that were watching her, and then they had that conversation. That was a nice moment. I do like Colby Smulders.
Yeah, and also it's one of those things, we had talked about this in the previous review, where now these references to the movie universe aren't hollow and empty like they were in the beginning of the season.
Exactly, yeah.
In the beginning of the season, it was like, oh, I've been hanging out with Thor, or blah, blah, blah. It was like just like these references that have no meaning, but these actually have consequences, and they're directly influencing each other. You know, you have what happened in Captain America 2, and so now Maria Hill is at Stark, and how that weighs in with her relationship with Coulson, because to her, she's like, I've moved on, this is my new thing, and Agent Coulson's like, no, we gotta keep on with S.H.I.E.L.D., and we gotta revive it, and make sure the good name of S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't get, you know, sullied.
Right, I like that, you know, she said that, you know, S.H.I.E.L.D. is dead, like there is no more S.H.I.E.L.D., like you were saying. I like that, like, you know, there is no more Fury. I mean, Fury's there, but not in the same capacity he is, and maybe we won't know what S.H.I.E.L.D. is really up to, again, if we get a second season, or we won't see it in Guardians of the Galaxy, so maybe not until Avengers 2, maybe.
Probably.
We won't know Age of Ultron, we won't know what exactly happened to S.H.I.E.L.D., but yeah, I like this episode. I think, for me, I like those parts, Colby Smulders, you know, Agent May, you know, Ming-Na Wen was great, but the whole thing, again, with Sky and Ward, it's just, Sky, like, trying to play him and set him up, I don't care about them. I still don't care about them, but I did like everything else with Colby Smulders and all that. I did like that.
I'm surprised that they you know how we talked about how quickly she found out about Ward, and now I'm surprised again at how quickly she revealed that she knew
and set him
Ward.
Up. Right, yeah.
So they obviously did not want to. I thought this was going to play out over maybe even next season.
Right.
But they kind of did that really quickly, like bam. I like the scene in the diner with the two of them because she was obviously angry. I have to, I've been critical of the character of Sky and even the performance. I would say this was probably her best episode.
Okay.
I think in terms of range of acting, like there was some of that emotion, some anger, some frustration, so there was more to the character in this episode than I've seen in previous ones.
Yeah. I mean, everybody, even Ward, who's still it's kind of flat. Like I think even he's been able to do more now, being the double H. I like that he's still kind of staying bad. I guess he hasn't, like, you and I are both worried that, like, he's like, oh, I'm conflicted, which he would be somewhat conflicted, but I don't want to see him go good again. I just kind of want to see him at least stay bad for a long time, for a while. Like if it goes to next season, have him be bad for next season too. I like that. But I guess, the big reveal at the end with May showing Coulson the video that he is behind, or was behind Tahiti, supposedly. If that's, I don't know, who knows if they could manipulate his face or something. I don't know. But that was him behind Tahiti telling Agent Fury, we should shut all this down.
Yeah, which he doesn't remember.
No,
like, so basically he was the director of this special project that he ended up being the test subject for, and to see how that plays out and whatever secrets that he knows. And we've seen that it's alien blood. We said it was probably the Kree.
The Kree, right? Yeah.
And see how that plays in. Maybe that plays into the cinematic universe as well.
Yeah.
Maybe they're gonna talk about that in Avengers 2. Who knows?
Right.
So that part was cool.
No, I liked it. I mean, it sets the stage. I mean, we're getting towards the finale. I think maybe 2 more episodes left. So, we'll see what happens. I guess how they're going to end this and where they're going to leave this. I mean, it is better than it was, definitely. You keep saying that every week, but it's true. Like, I do enjoy these episodes more. I'm still not really into the show, but it is better at least than it was. At least it's connected now. It's got some heft to it. It's got
it definitely.
And
that's the thing. There's more weight to the story now. I feel more danger for the characters. People have died. People feel like there's like in the beginning of the season, it was just like whatever. Now it feels like, oh my God, there's people can die, people can get hurt, people get betrayed, Ming-Na Wen's May and Coulson are kind of on the outs, but then there's now kind of gonna reconnect and all that stuff. It's just a much better. One thing though, I have to complain about. And I've complained about it before. Deathlock's costume, man. It just looks so cheesy. Yeah. And I know like they don't have these big budgets for like movies, but still, terrible costume.
It was nice seeing Peterson again. I mean, he's kind of teetering line between good and bad. He remembers his son, which he says like, "Hey, I left him in your care. Like, watch out for him while I'm going crazy." Like, I do like him. I wish we got to see more of him in a different capacity. Hopefully, we'll see more of him as the show goes on. But we're almost there. Almost done with the season.
There's 2 more episodes. The next episode looks like it's gonna. I actually am very interested in this one because this is the back history of Garrett and Ward. Yeah. And how Ward became so loyal to Garrett.
Bill Paxton's been great.
Exactly. And so I think this next episode I'm gonna quite enjoy. Nice. And we're gonna see some history. All right. So that's what we thought of this episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You can post your comments below on the website thinkhero.com or on our YouTube channel Think Hero Pro. Make sure to subscribe to that.
You also find us on Twitter. We're at Think Hero. I'm at Griffin DE.
And we also have a Facebook page. That's facebook.com/ThinkHeroFans. Make sure you like that page and you can share our video on Twitter, Facebook, and all that stuff.